Summer is most definitely here. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have 3 custom planner spreads, all that kind of epitomize summer. So we have one for Rhonda, who has a beach vacation coming up, so we're going to give her a beach spread. We have one for Sweet Becky, who is doing a family vacation in the mountains. And so I have a few images here, and then I have some from I Love Summer that I'm going to put together a memory planning spread for her. And then Barb requested a fun summer spread, and I have a few supplies because I know Barb likes to think outside the box a little bit, and so I'm excited to create a spread for her. I will link all of the supplies that I use down in the description box below, so be sure to check that out, including check out for some coupon codes that I have for certain companies that I'm using today. All right, I'm going to put you all on fast forward. Let's go. Rhonda uses a grande vertical layout, and I decided to use some scrapbook paper for the back of her spread. So what I'm going to do is cut the boxes out of the vertical layout. This is one of the reasons I love having extra planner inserts on hand, because you can just cut them apart and use them in all kinds of fun and new ways. I'm pulling some scrapbook paper from my stash. This is older Felicity Jane paper, and I loved kind of the seafoam greenish blue color. I definitely was speaking ocean to me. I thought it was absolutely beautiful, and we want to create a beach scene, a beach theme for this spread. It's going to be an excellent chance for Rhonda to kind of plan for her vacation week, to have a packing list, to be able to put memories that are happening. And I love this color on the background, plus the pattern for the one that is on the right side has the swirl that definitely reminds me of ocean waves. I am using Chic Summer from Live Love Posh for these beautiful florals. They were giving me all of the beachy tropical vibes, which I absolutely loved. And we're going to use those to anchor in all of the corners. Whenever I'm using scrapbook paper in my projects, I like to use stickers that overlap from the boxes onto the scrapbook paper. I just think it kind of brings it all together a little bit easier, makes it look like it was always intended to be that way instead of just the boxes cut out on top of the paper. So love having that overlap, and I love having the florals in the corners to start bringing in the other colors that I had intended to bring into this spread, which is a lot of pinks, and some of this orange that you can see in the florals kind of reminded me of the oranges, the browns, the color of sand. So I wanted to bring that in as well. The Tropical Beach book from Plannything has these really beautiful ocean shore scenes, almost as if pictures were taken up from up above. And I wanted to bring that in, kind of creating this feel like the ocean is all around. Like this is a tropical vibe that we're going for, celebrating all things beach. And so I'm going to bring in the water in a few different places, kind of in the corners. We're going to overlap. A lot of the water pieces were corner pieces or had an edge to them. And sometimes those can be a little bit difficult to use because the edge can feel really harsh. For instance, over here on this top section, see how the ocean just kind of stops all of a sudden? I like to overlap stickers to soften that edge so it doesn't feel quite so out of place. And then I really loved this island feel. I think it went very nicely up here in the top left-hand side. So lots of beach coming in. Now I definitely need to plan out the functional boxes portion of the spread. We've got to make sure that there's going to be some functionality, not all decor. So let's pull out some sticker guides that will give me a place to kind of plan out where the stickers will go before I stick them immediately on the page. I'm pulling a few boxes from Mojo Jojo's pastel boxes. I actually wish I need to go check to see if she has any more of these, because man, oh man, I've been using a lot of pastel boxes recently and I'm definitely running a little bit short. I'm going to pull in some of the orange and some of the pink just because I think those two go so beautifully together, and you have a lot of the blues and that seafoam color there in the background. I think it's a beautiful combination of colors. I think Rhonda intends to use this a little bit more as a memory spread. So I'm not actually going to do any bullet points or task lists or things like that. I did some lined boxes that she could use as a task list situation, a packing list, a, travel list, something like that. So she can kind of play around with that depending on what she needs. But I'm going to use a few of these stickers that have this beach theme. I love the beach chairs, the idea of all of the goodies that you bring to the beach, all of your beach bag filled with the suntan lotion. We're going to layer those in. This is again from Live Love Posh from that same book, but just a different set. And I think they go together very, very nicely. One of my most favorite things to do in creating really cool theme spreads is combining different sticker companies. Every sticker company kind of has a look, a feel to what they create, like their style, but I do think you can mix and match the companies to really create something that is very unique. And I think that's one of the fun challenges of creative planning is using different stickers. So this is Plannything and Live Love Posh and Felicity Jane paper in the background. And I still think it all goes together in a cohesive way and really drives home the theme of, a beautiful day at the beach. Now you can see I'm transferring all of the stickers off of the sticker guide and on to the actual spread. I love these sticker guides because they just do such a great job of allowing you to plan out your layouts without having to move a bunch of stickers. I still end up moving stickers because that's just who I am, but it does save me a little bit of heartache having to move and rip stickers and rip pages and things like that. The last thing I'm going to do is actually pull from a third company, which would be Kelva Plan, and I'm going to grab some of her beautiful handwriting to add the days of the week at the top from her Dated Basics. And that is going to be it for Rhonda's beach spread. Let me know what you think down below. Does it capture the feeling of a beautiful day on a tropical beach? I would love to hear your comments down below. Next up is going to be a memory planning spread for Becky. Becky generally uses a memory planner. She likes to have these pages within her planner, and she is doing a big trip to the North Georgia mountains with her family. And so we're going to do some mountain spreads here, some beautiful mountain illustrations. These are illustrations that I purchased from Creative Market, and then I printed onto clear sticker paper to really set the tone for this page. I think they are absolutely beautiful. I am all about bringing in extra color. I'm overlapping the mountains. One of the great parts about having that clear sticker paper is that the overlap is so beautiful. I'm going to cut this one in half. I had used that same image. The first one I put on, flipped it, and then printed it again. So we're going to have that one right there. A little trim on the sides, and then I'm going to add some washi tape. This is older washi tape from Illustrated Faith, I think from one of their previous summer camp sets. So I don't know that this one is available anymore, but definitely, I mean, we all have a lot of washi tape in our stash. So if you have not looked in your stash of washi tape recently, I highly recommend you do that. So we're going to do a little washi tape here at the bottom, and then I'm actually going to pull from the big size jewel tone boxes from Mojo Jojo Plans. The big size boxes I think allow for a lot of journaling, and they really lend themselves to memory keeping. So again, I've got my sticker guides. I'm kind of planning out where the boxes are going to be. I know I want another mountain element up top, and then I'm also going to end up pulling stickers from Kelva Plan's I Love Summer sticker book because there is a beautiful camping set I think that will match really nicely with these mountains. So I'm planning out where these large boxes are going to go. I, in my head, imagine pictures in the ones that don't have lines. I imagine some journaling, some memory keeping in the lined journal boxes, and then there's still going to be lots of open space in this particular spread where different notes and memories and things can be added. So I leave this one probably a little bit more open than I would normally a spread, but I know that Becky wants to be able to add her own take on this. Once I get the functional boxes in place, the next thing I'm going to do is grab for that I Love Summer sticker book and start adding a few details. Something I want to say about memory planning. It is such a good idea if you're going to take your planner with you, which I generally do take my planner because I enjoy working in my planner. I take my planner with me on vacation. Now, do I interact with it quite as much? No, probably not. But if you're able to make a few of these spreads in advance, and then when you're on your trip, take a little journaling time. Think of it less as scrapbooking or things like that, but just a few minutes each day to do a little bit of journaling. If you're able to create these spreads in advance, I think that is fantastic. If not, really just taking the time to do a little bit of journaling each day on some spare paper will help you when you go back to start creating memory planning spreads, mini albums, things like that. Because I know sometimes you can really start to forget the things that you wanted to remember, those really fun, quirky moments, the really good food, the funny joke, things like that. So take some time, do journaling while you are on vacation, whether it's in your planner or in a travel notebook, whatever the case may be. I think it can really make a difference with your memory keeping. All right, I'm adding a few of these florals throughout. Just again, I'm all about florals softening the edge. When you have a lot of boxes, and a lot of times memory keeping especially ends up being very boxy because hello, photos are rectangle shape for the most part. The florals really soften those edges and I think just give it a nice, gentle feel. All right, so we're going to put those. And then the other thing I have to do is end up cutting these 2 pages apart. So whenever I overlap a sticker between the 2 pages, the way you can use that again is you cut apart the 2 pages right down the middle. You have to repunch the holes. Punching through clear sticker paper is tricky, tricky, tricky. So some of the tips I've learned are to put regular paper in the back. Oh, I forgot. These are great quotes. These are from Keleva Plan. This is her Rainbow Quotes book. The most important time is family time. Family is everything. Family is where life begins and love never ends. And family is forever. Then I'm just going to cut apart these 2 pages, and that is going to be it for Becky's Mountain Memories spread. Let me know what you think down below. I think it is so fantastic. I love this spread, and Becky, I hope you have a great time on your vacation. Last up for the summer spreads today is going to be a venti size vertical spread for Barb, who asked for some summer fun. And when I thought of summer fun, I immediately thought of Whimsical Seasons from Wrong Wrong. I wanted to use some Wrong Wrong girls because they just exude summer fun. And these happen to combine so well with a 49 and Market collection that I have. This was Vintage Artists Tropical Vibes, I think. I will definitely link the whole collection down below. There's gorgeous papers and great ephemera, and I'm going to use both the paper and the ephemera. I love the sunburst paper, but I didn't want to just do solid pieces of paper, so I'm actually taking the time to tear each bit of the sunburst. I know it's a different look. It's not for everyone. It has a little bit of a messy feel, but I really thought that Barb would like it, and I promise it's still going to be functional. First of all, scrapbook paper, you can just write on scrapbook paper. Like that's a thing. So you don't have to worry about that. You can write over the top if necessary, but I'm also going to layer boxes within these sunbursts so that she can still write plans and to-do lists, and she can still use this as a regular planner spread during the summer, not even a memory keeping one if she doesn't want to, just a regular planner spread, still going to be pretty functional, but definitely a different look than what might be in her planner already. It did take quite a bit of time to tear and place all of these sunbursts. It was a little bit of a tedious task, but I really like how it all came out. It looks almost like florals, almost like a floral tropical flower. I know it's a sunburst though, and the yellow is just so pretty. It's a beautiful yellow. All right, so I repunched the holes. Now I have my sticker guides, and we are working with some of the stickers again from Whimsical Seasons from Wrong Wrong Devo. And I'm trying to place my ladies first. So we got boxes and we got ladies, and I'm trying to make sure there's a balance of color moving around the page and that I don't repeat any of the girls. So that's always the tricky part with Wrong Wrong Girls, is that sometimes she repeats the girls as individuals. She repeats them on a decorative box, and you just don't want 2 of the same girls, or at least I don't want 2 of the same girls on the same spread. So I have to like make sure the boxes are spread and that the girls are spread. All right, balancing out the color. We got pinks on both sides, the teal on both sides. What a fun color scheme. We're gonna have our girl in her yellow. She is gorgeous. We have the yellow shorts over there on the left. Pineapple lady is awesome, and her pineapple fits perfectly right between Tuesday and Wednesday. And then this woman is one of my favorites with her short gray hair. Definitely reminds me of myself. So I'm all about that girl as well. I decided to bring in some orange boxes, mostly because a couple of the ladies have the lower half cut off, like the legs just stop, and that always throws me for a loop. It doesn't make sense to me. So I always have to layer a box right there because I think it's unusual to just have legs stopping randomly. So I needed that orange box to help layer in where my beautiful gray haired lady was going to be. There was a lot of whiteout that came into play getting the girls down because I didn't want random lines going through their bodies in odd places. So I had to make sure I had my whiteout ready to go, but it all fits in nicely. And do you see how I'm layering the functional boxes over top the scrapbook paper? So you're still getting the hint. You can still, your mind puts together that the sun ray is coming from behind there, but it's still really, really functional. All right, once the girls were in place, the last thing I wanted to do was pull out some ephemera pieces from that same 49 and Market collection. So I'm pulling from there and adding in just some fun little florals, a few phrases, including happiness comes in waves, and I end up picking every summer has a story, and just a few touches here and there. I think it comes together really, really nicely. The last touch I'm going to add is actually, again, from that Keleva Plan dated sticker book to add Monday through Sunday at the top, and that's going to be it for Barb's summer spread. Now it's your turn. Let me know down below which of these summer fun spreads did you like the best? Did you like Rhonda's beach spread? How about Becky's mountain spread or Barb's summer fun spread? Let me know which one kind of spoke to you the most down below. I will link all of the supplies that I used in that description box down below, so be sure to check that out. And lastly, if you liked this video, it helps me out so much, not only if you like, but also if you press that subscribe button. Helps out my channel so very much. I do want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. It's a fantastic community over there, and I'd love to have you join us. You can find out more about Patreon by following the link down in the description box below. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.